Hi everyone and welcome to my second and final portfolio update. I gave an update, I think the first time my portfolio was around $212,000 in June of 2020. Now it's mid-January 2021. People have been asking for an end of year portfolio update. So here it is. Right now, I'm going to be telling you why this is my final portfolio update. I'm going to be selling all my stocks. I am selling everything. I'm no longer interested in dividend income. The more I research and learn about options and option income and growth stocks, the more I'm interested, the more I realize I can make more money off of there. I hit my milestone of around $1,000 a month in dividend income, and it was pretty underwhelming. So I'm moving on. So here's where the hypocrisy comes in. I made a bunch of videos recommending stocks that I own and I recommend you buy and hold forever. So now I'm selling them, so what gives? I'm not saying I don't believe in those companies anymore or those stocks or anything. I still believe in them, but I found a way to make more money in another avenue. I know selling options is a little riskier, but no risk, no reward. I'm going to, you know what, I kind of want to go back. Maybe I'll put a snippet of one of my previous videos. When the March 2020 crash happened, I was down around $50,000. I made a video about it. When I made my stock portfolio update, I was down $35,000. This is why a lot of people tell you to buy and hold. I did add a little bit of money. I bought the dip, as they say, in Enbridge and TD Bank, but I didn't have a lot of free cash left over to buy more stocks. Based on my calculations, my stocks have rebounded and surpassed. So all you have to do, even though I was down $50,000 unrealized, I was pretty stressed. All you have to do is, if you have companies you believe in, just hold, just buy and hold, and then eventually the economy will recover. They'll come back, hopefully. So my previous portfolio value was $212,000, and now it is just stocks $285,000. Some of this gain is from buying stocks at their lowest point. Some is just by buying and holding. I'm going to be going over all my stocks and talk a little bit about them, show you my gains, I guess, and then I'll be selling everything. So this is the final portfolio update. Sorry to disappoint. I still believe in dividend stocks though. So here we go. Apple is killing it. So I have 100 shares of Apple at around $70. I'm up $12,600. I'm not selling Apple because I'm selling covered calls against them. So I'm keeping my Apple shares. So let me just go stocks. Air Canada, I bought at $17. Right now it's $22. I'm up $5,300. I'll probably sell this. Aurora Cannabis. I have 16 shares because they did a stock split. This is where buy and hold doesn't work. I was up maybe 2-3 times, and then they ended up tanking. I am down $1,700. I'm taking the loss on this. Afria, 1,050 shares at a market value of $11,000. I'm up only $200 on this. Okay. Afria again, 156 shares, bought at $7. I'm up $531. That's fine. I will be selling this. I have no idea what this is. This Australis, it was a spin-off of a company I owned. I think it was one of the weed companies. I only have 11 shares, a $30 loss. That's fine. I'll be selling this. BMO, they've treated me great. 174 shares, market value $17,000. I'm up $4,700 on this. BPY, let's go view all. Brookfield Property, 100 shares, $2,000 value. Fine, I'm up $1,000. I doubled on this one. That's awesome. I bought the dip, doubled on this one. You could see where I bought it initially. I own it twice because it's in my taxable and non-taxable account. So here's where I bought it initially at $23. And as you can see, I'm at a little bit of a loss. So these two kind of offset each other. Choice Properties, one of my favorite REITs, one of my, I feel like, best performing REITs in terms of what happened during the pandemic. I do own them twice, taxable and non-taxable, for a total value, what is this, $12,500. I'm up only $200-300 on them, but they do pay dividends monthly. Let's go CIBC. I own them twice, again, around 97 shares, and then up a total of, $1,700. Corsair, I bought them at $34.90. Okay, let's say $35. I won't be selling Corsair. I'm selling covered calls against them. Even though I am up around 600 US, I am holding on to this one. This one I'm not selling. Canwell, CWX, 242 shares. They haven't been, they've been hovering for a couple months. $1,800 market value, 347 in profit, selling them. CloudMD, 2,000 shares. I'm not selling CloudMD. This is my baby. I wish I got in earlier. I learned about them really late. Thanks for everyone for recommending for me to look into this, but I'm not selling CloudMD. I'm holding on at least until $5. I'm only up $400 on this. No big deal. EIF, Exchange Income Fund. What am I at? 256 shares, 9,200 portfolio market value, $800 gain. Selling this. Canoe, they've been doing pretty well. They do pay a pretty good dividend. I'm up $300, getting rid of it though. Emera, I have 89 shares, up $700. Great, fantastic. I'm happy. Still getting rid of it. Enbridge, probably one of the highest, one of the best performing stocks that I have, just in terms of dividends and what happened during the pandemic. They didn't really go down that much in value. I have $19,000 worth. I'm up $300. Still have to sell it. First Capital, a little bitter here. I used to work with First Capital. I bought them at $22, maybe 5-6 years ago. I don't think I'm going to sell this. I know they'll come back. I would be pretty unhappy if I sell for a $1,500 loss. I'm going to hold on to this because they do pay monthly dividends. I do believe in the company. That's why I bought in. First Capital, not selling. First National, up $1,800. They've been doing really well. I have 141 shares. I bought at $28.80 and now they're $41.80. Still selling them. Great job, guys. Still selling you. Fortis, 88 shares, $4,000 cost base. I'm up $500 for a total market value of $4,500. Great dividends. Love you guys. Still have to sell you. These next two I won't be selling because I am selling covered calls against them. So I do need to hold on to the shares until these get called away. This is the downside of doing the wheel strategy. I got bit pretty hard on this one. I'm at a $3,800 loss. I got assigned at $54, but I did make $7 on selling this cash secured put. My cost basis right now, because I've been continually selling calls against Hyliion, my cost basis is around $40. So this is a little deceiving, but it still sucks to see this giant unrealized loss. I won't be selling this until I keep selling covered calls. My cost basis becomes break even. I might get rid of them then. Same goes for Inovio. I have 200 shares. I got assigned at $14.60. My cost basis is probably maybe $9 on this. It does say I'm down $1,000, but I've been selling covered calls monthly, weekly. The premium is huge. I probably want to keep holding on to this. Sometimes they spike up to $19, which I do hope happens again. ISH, Inner Spirit Holdings. What did I do here? It's a penny stock. I wanted to dabble in penny stocks. Didn't work out. It was only $175 worth. I'm down $100. I might just get rid of the, I don't know, hold on. I don't really need the $97. I might just hold on to these. What is next? Johnson & Johnson, probably the best company to own ever, just for dividends, and just over long-term growth. Only have 13 shares for around, $1,900 US. I'm up $141. They're a great company, but I do have to sell them. Killam, I bought this. It was a speculative purchase. There was rumblings in the real estate industry that they were going to get bought out. I don't think it happened. I bought in at the high, clearly at $19 a share, and now it's $17 a share. So I'm at a $540 loss. They have been paying me monthly dividends for the 2-3 years that I've owned them, but you gotta go. CocaCola, another one of the best dividend payers and probably best stocks just to buy and hold. 43 shares. I bought around $2,000 US worth. I'm up 194 US, but I do have to sell them. McDonald's, 11 shares, $2,000, $300 gain, but you still gotta go. Manulife, I did make a video on this recently that they pay dividends. They're a great company to own right now just for a dividend increase and maybe growth overall. I have 242 shares, or almost, $4,970 was my cost basis. I'm up $700, but I still have to sell them. MCAN, this is a mortgage REIT. I have 393 shares for around $7,000. I bought it. I am down $820. They ended up cutting their dividend by 30%. and their stock price tanked. I do think it'll come back eventually, but I don't want to stick around to hold it. I've had these for 5-6 years. I might be break even if you think about the dividends that I've received, but I do want this $7,000. I do have other uses for it, so I am selling. Mind Medicine. I bought this. I feel like I bought this at the top. I do have a video coming out about these shroom stocks. And I think I told you guys, I'm not going to make a video if I don't own shares. So I bought 500 shares. I am down to $300 on them. Not selling this one. I am holding this just to see what happens. MPLX. I am down $900. I do have to get rid of them. They've been a good dividend payer. The stock hasn't been performing well. Still got to let them go. New Residential. Same thing as the one above, around 78 shares. Good dividend payer, but the stock hasn't been performing well. I am selling at a loss. They do have to go. Northwest. I have 1,200 shares. I've been selling covered calls against this, and they've been paying a dividend. I am up $4,000 on Northwest. The tax hit on this is going to be huge. Great dividend payer, but I do have to sell it. I do want this $11,000. Organic Garage. This is another one of my penny stock, another one of my speculative purchases. I only have $1,000 invested. I am up $100. Not going to sell them just to see what happens. I do think they'll get bought out by a larger grocery company. I do want to keep this. It's only $1,000. I have 2,600 shares at 38 cents. Keeping it. Omega Healthcare. I am making a video about this for my US subscribers. They're a great dividend payer. I'm up $675, but I do have to sell them. Rocket. This is another reason the wheeling kind of bites you. I ended up getting assigned at $32.88, and now I'm down to $1,300. I've been selling covered calls against them. I do believe they'll come back. It just sucks being at this big of a loss. TransAlta. This stock has been killing it. Dividends and capital appreciation. I am up $3,700 on this stock. Royal Bank. I have 100 shares. I'm up $800. Good capital appreciation, decent dividends, but they do have to go. I am selling them. Starbucks. I think I went up like 25% on this. I bought at 77. They're worth 104 right now. Up $670, but I am selling. Slate, one of my worst performers, my biggest mistakes. They cut their dividend. I bought purely for the dividend. Dividend was high. They ended up cutting it by 50%, and the stock never really recovered. I am selling this at a $2,300 loss. It does hurt to see this. Next, Smart REIT. What do I do here? This is the first stock that I've ever purchased, like 10, 11 years. I don't even know. It was a long time ago. I've had them for so long. They've been continually paying dividends. Only $170 loss, but I think I've made over $1,000 just on dividends alone. It'll be sad to see them go. I haven't decided. Might keep them, might sell them. We'll see. Telus, 300 shares. I am up $1,000 on them. They've been paying dividends. I made a video about this, why you should buy it at $22. I hope you did. You would have made some nice dividends and some gains right there. TD Bank, my largest holding ever. I made a video about this, one of your buy and holds forever, and I still believe in it. It sucks to see them go, but I do have to sell. They do pay good dividends. It does increase every year, but I do need this $30,000. I'm up $6,200 just on TD Bank. This is because I bought the dip. This is one of the ones that are contributing to my increase. Weed.to, Canopy Growth, 100 shares. They were hovering at $24, $25 for a year or two, and then recently they spiked up. I'm at a $1,300 gain. I'm happy to see them go, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Well Health, I made a video about them. This is my buy and hold. I'm not selling until they hit $10, maybe even 12 or 15. I'm up, what is this, like 20, 30%? It's only $300. I might be buying in more, but I do believe in Well Health. I am keeping this one. So majority of my stocks will be sold. Right now, you can see I'm at a $20,000 gain, open P&L, CAD. I think you have to put these together. So let's say $27,000. If you look at my videos last year where I was down 50, 60,000, I just hope this kind of inspires and pushes people not to sell at a loss, not to, buy high, sell low. You should kind of buy and hold. If you believe in the companies, if you research the companies and you think they'll come back, just hold, they'll do well. One criticism I've got is that my portfolio doesn't have enough ETFs. I fancy myself a stock picker. I know ETFs do really well, but we'll see what happens. I am getting rid of everything. I do want to invest in ARK. I do believe in Cathie Wood. I do have some videos coming out on ARK and their ETFs pretty soon, but we'll see what happens. Please tune in to my options trading videos. I try to release at least one a week where I show you how I make decent income selling options. In December, I made around $17,000, which is great. But in January, Tesla's been killing me, so I might only make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I do think I can make more, and I can be safer if I allocate these funds somewhere else. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I won't have any more dividend updates for you, but this is where my portfolio is going. This is where my channel's going. I do think I'll continue make stock picks for you. It will include a little bit of hypocrisy because I don't own the stocks I'm recommending anymore, but I hope you can believe that, if you could see most of the ones I've recommended, I did own, but now I have to sell them, just have other purposes for them. So thanks for watching my final portfolio update. Thanks, guys.